parent-child relationship in elements relationship in JMeter. Here you can see parent-child relationship in elements relationship. Here you can see all the 12 elements on a screen which are connected through some lines and arrows. The tail of the arrow is at the parent end, and the head of the arrow is at the child end. So if you start with the tail, follow the line and stop at the head, that will be the child of the tailed end the parents. So here test plan is connected to non-test elements and test fragment and thread users, and here the sessions. Here the threads users are connected to a test fragment and config element, and preprocessor and post-processor, listener, timer, and assertions. Here the test fragment is connected to sampler, and here the thread users are connected to test logic controller and sampler, and logic controller are connected to sampler, and here the sampler and logic controllers are connected to config element, preprocessor, post-processor, listener, timer, and assertions. Here the non-test elements are connected to preprocessor, listener, and timer. So we can also consider the child element of test plan as non-test element, test fragments, and threads users. And here the child elements of threads users are test fragments and logic controllers and assertions, and timer and listener and post processor and preprocessor and config elements. And child elements of test fragments are config element, preprocessor, post processor, listener, timer, and assertions, and sampler. And child elements of logic controllers are here the sampler and config element, preprocessor, post-processor, listener, timer, and assertions. And child elements of samplers are samplers and logic controllers. Samplers are config element, preprocessor, post-processor, listener, timer, and assertion. The non-test child elements of non-test elements are preprocessor, listener, and timer. This is another way of looking at parent-child relationship. Now, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.